Hi everyone. So this is my 2 week out check-in. I checked in with my coach Friday. Today is Sunday, and I was down 1.5% body fat from the last time. Forget, I'm at like 10 something now. I think I look pretty good. I feel good, but when I see my body fat percentage, it makes me worried because I've never been that high this close to a show. But I was at my gym in my bikini, and everyone was there, like everyone I know, and I was like, oh god, this is gonna be so embarrassing. And everyone was like, oh man, is your show like this weekend? Or and I'm like, no, it's like 2 weeks away. They're like, oh, you look really good, you're gonna cut your water and you'll look great. And I'm like 10%. And they were like, oh my gosh, I wish I looked that good at that percentage. And everybody was really nice. And one person was like, you're gonna go pro. I've seen people at this show and you're gonna go pro. And I was like, I don't want to think like that, I want to. They're like, go in confident, and of course they're my teammates, so they're gonna talk me up because they're on my side, and that's great. But that did make me feel a little better because I was kind of down on the percentage. But you have to keep in mind, it's not about the percentage, it's how you look at the percentage you are. I had a friend qualify for USA's at 13.5%, and she looked great. 13.5%, I feel like I don't look that great yet, so maybe I'll look okay at this. My suit fits, that's all that really matters. I'm freezing. That's why I left this on. I had to teach skating for like 5 hours at like literally the coldest rink, I think, in the entire world. But it was fun today because we kind of had a training group going. We've got a bunch of different perspectives. Joseph Sabacek, he's from the Czech Republic. He went to the Olympics in 84. He was the first man ever to land a quad in a competition program. He's here visiting. I have a feeling he might relocate because he's been here a lot, and he'll be here in the next couple of weeks. I had him work with a few of my students on jumps because he's like known. He's like just Jumpin' Joe. If you know anything about skating, you'll know what that means. But anyway, so I like to work with other coaches. I don't like to just have them work with me. I'm not like, they're mine, don't touch them, because I feel like everybody has different perspectives. So I had him work with my students on some jumps. One of my students single axle, and then another one's double axle. And then I have there's an ice dancer, Paul, and he also went to the Olympics in the 80s for dance, but for Great Britain. So none of them are American except for me. Because Chica's there too, and she's Japanese. Yes, we definitely have an international team of coaches at my rink. So if you want to learn, all different styles, we got basically, because Joseph was trained Russian, we got Russian, Japanese, British, and then myself, and I'm straight up hardcore American. So, but with a little less of the lazy. No, sorry, this is true. So it was pretty fun to have different perspectives. We got coaches yelling at kids in Russian, yelling at kids in Japanese, British accents. It was a lot of energy this morning. I think there was probably 25, 30 kids on the ice, and all of them are quite high level, all had axles and higher at least. Most had double axles and working on triples. So it was a fun environment. It kept it fresh at 6 a.m. if you can have fresh at 6 a.m. I didn't have to do morning cardio because it's Sunday. So I'm actually, the gym is right by the skating rink. So I just got to the gym waiting for my ears and everything to warm up because it's windy out there. Then I'm going to go in. I'm going to get just a cardio session in. I'm going to lift tonight, hopefully. I go to LA Fitness now, though, and some of them close at like 5, which sucks because I want to watch the Seahawks game, and then by the time that's over, that's pretty late. So I might actually lift just in case. I might do cardio and lift early, even though it's supposed to be cardio, and then do cardio alone this evening because I have cardio machines at my house, and I do have weights, but not enough to where I feel like I get in a really good lift. And switch hands, getting tired. Being this close to the show, I feel like I really need to kind of push it. So we'll see how it goes. I'm really optimistic about trying a new division. I know most people go from like INBF and OCB to MPC, and I'm going the other way around, so this might be a little different from some of the other videos you watch. So my perspective might be different. It could be better for it. I know a lot of people in the natural shows, they didn't find them challenging, or they felt that their body was too muscular, so they went into NPC. So we will see how it goes. But so far, I'm having a wonderful experience with it. The promoters have been super nice. I still haven't scheduled my polygraph test, but I feel like I can go in whenever because I'm local. I only live an hour from the show. So I'd rather give the spots to the out-of-town people, because I did see a bunch of people that were from like Eugene, Oregon and stuff that's a little further away. And so I can drive in twice if I have to. I'd rather not, but my coach lives right up there too, so I can always get a training session in with him and have him check my body fat, and it'll give me an excuse to check in with him more because he's on my way to where the venue is. So I'm going to probably do my polygraph Thursday. Check-ins are Friday. I'm going to compete at 11:45 on Saturday. I was going to do a show the following weekend as well. It was another natural show at Natural NPC, but I'm going on a cruise to Europe second weekend of October, and I felt like taking 4 Saturdays off in a row from work just was not very responsible. So at least if I can have a Saturday between, my students will remember me. And I am going to work at 6 a.m. on Sunday, the day after the show, so we'll see how that goes. But in the world of figure skating, it's super competitive, and if you start to not be available for your students, you will lose students. And I mean, not full-time lose them, but they'll be like, oh, well, can we work with this part-time? And, you know, so it's really one of those things where you have to be there and you have to be seen. And so I can't really leave for too much. Plus I have my theater team on Saturdays, and they need that structure. Otherwise they won't stay focused. Anyway, so I'm happy with my check-in. I'm not happy with my body fat, but I don't believe I'm going to be for this show, even when I step on stage. So it'll be interesting to see what my body ends up turning out like. My food dropped. My most carbs I get a day is Saturday and Sunday, and I get a cup of brown rice, and that is all. Also, too, I wanted to ask you guys, have you heard anything about arsenic in brown rice? Somebody told me that the amount of brown rice that I eat during prep is probably bad because there's arsenic in it. I've looked it up online, and I've heard like multiple different things. If anybody watching this knows anything about like how bad eating as much brown rice as I do is, and if I'm killing myself, please let me know. My coach, I don't think would do that to me, but I don't know. So, and then I'm thinking of buying extensions because I'm going to curl my hair this time. I know, I'm going for it. Like the wavy, like beach curls. I was going to buy like one of those halo hair extensions to put under my hair. Also, I figured since I'm going blonde, that would make it so my hair wouldn't get stained all orange. So if anybody's used those also, let me know before I spend the money on it if it's worth it. If I don't hear back from anybody, then I'll buy it and I'll let you know if it's worth it. The arsenic thing, though, I don't want to like find out down the road if it was worth it or not. I'd rather just like switch to something else, like, I don't know, quinoa or something. I don't know. So anyway, update, just under 11%. My coach always rounds down, so 10%. Oh, I weigh 116 pounds. 115 pounds. I was 116 last week. Body fat went down a whole 1.5%, which is pretty epic. Suit fits. Friends say body looks good. Mine says body doesn't look good, but you're your own worst critic. Sorry if these videos are a little bit boring. I'm just kind of giving you an update on how I'm doing and stuff. I'm not really going through what I'm doing. I just wanted to kind of go through the difference of a natural show and my prep, and the fact that I'm higher body fat and it's a different organization, and just to see how the outcome is. I'm sure the show day video will be a lot more entertaining. If you've watched my other show day videos, you can kind of compare the different look of the body, blonde hair, how the suit fits at higher body fat. So anyway, if you're prepping, keep going strong, and just bring the best you can bring to the stage, and you can't change it. So if you're feeling like you're a little off track, just keep plugging along and hope for the best. All right, see you guys next week. Bye.